doctor warns 80% of seniors ignore these top 5 stroke signs. Each year, nearly 250,000 Americans experience a transient ischemic attack, or TIA, often called a mini-stroke. The frightening truth is that 1 in 5 of them will go on to suffer a major stroke within the next 90 days. So why do so many people ignore this clear warning sign? Because TIA symptoms often come and go quickly, most older adults mistake them for signs of normal aging, fatigue, poor sleep, or mild neurological issues. That's a dangerous mistake. This video will show you 5 serious stroke warning signs that over 80% of people over 60 regularly overlook. But that's not all. I'll also share 2 common foods and 1 well-researched natural method that can significantly lower your risk of stroke-causing blood clots. And if you stay until the end, I'll walk you through 3 powerful foundations that have helped many people successfully prevent strokes without relying on medication and without waiting for symptoms to appear. But first, you must understand this. If you've ever experienced a TIA, it's not a small matter. Imagine your home's electrical system. A major stroke is like a total blackout, causing fires and irreversible damage. A TIA, however, is like the lights flickering wildly and then coming back on. Everything may seem fine, but behind the scenes, the wiring is failing. That's what a TIA really is, a temporary blockage of blood flow to the brain. At that moment, you might feel weakness in your arm, slurred speech, blurred vision, or a sudden loss of balance. Then it all seems to pass. But that doesn't mean the clot is gone. It may still be in motion, or worse, setting the stage for a devastating stroke. And the next time, it may not disappear. It could cause permanent brain damage, affecting your memory, your ability to speak, walk, or live independently. So please, don't ignore it. Don't assume it's nothing. This could be your body's final warning. And now, let's go over the 5 dangerous stroke symptoms most people miss until it's too late. Here are the 5 dangerous stroke signs that 80% of older adults miss. 1. Sudden nausea or vomiting. When a wave of nausea hits, our first thought is often food poisoning or a stomach bug. But consider the context. If the nausea comes on suddenly, without any stomach ache or other digestive issues, it might not be your stomach at all. It could be a neurological warning. A stroke or TIA, especially one affecting the back of the brain, like the cerebellum, can disrupt your body's balance control center. This disruption can trigger a powerful nausea reflex. The greatest danger here is confusion, causing us to waste precious time waiting for a stomachache to pass while our brain cells are being deprived of oxygen. If nausea appears out of nowhere, and especially if it's accompanied by dizziness or loss of balance, treat it as an emergency signal. 2. Sudden, extreme fatigue. This isn't the kind of tired you feel after a long day of work or playing with the grandkids. This is exhaustion on a completely different level, a sudden and profound wave of weakness that comes out of nowhere. You could be sitting quietly and suddenly feel a complete loss of energy, so much so that even lifting your arm feels like an impossible task. This happens because your brain is in a state of crisis. When the blood supply is cut off, the brain diverts all its available resources to try and keep essential cells alive, leaving your body with almost no energy to spare. Women, in particular, may be tempted to brush this symptom off, blaming it on being overworked. But such a sudden and drastic shift in your energy level is never normal. It's your body's SOS signal. 3. Sudden vision problems. Unlike the gradual vision decline that can come with age, stroke-related vision problems are a sudden and shocking event. Imagine the vision in one eye suddenly vanishing, as if someone just pulled a black curtain down over it. Or perhaps you suddenly start seeing double.
It could also be severe, persistent blurred vision that doesn't clear up when you blink or rub your eyes. These aren't eye problems, they're brain problems. A blood clot could be blocking blood flow to your brain's vision center. Your first instinct might be to schedule an appointment with your eye doctor, but any sudden, unexplained change in your vision is an emergency that requires an immediate 911 call.
4. Sudden dizziness or loss of balance. The dizziness caused by a TIA is often very distinct. It's more than just a simple lightheaded spell. Instead, it's often a severe, spinning sensation known as vertigo. The feeling that you or the room itself is whirling uncontrollably. The sensation can be so strong that you can't stand steady and have to grab onto furniture to keep from falling. This is especially alarming because it often points to a problem in the cerebellum, the brain's center for coordination and balance. When this area is starved of blood, it's like shutting off your internal gyroscope. If dizziness hits you suddenly, is severe, and makes it impossible for you to walk normally, it is an extremely serious red flag. 5. A flash of confusion. This may be the easiest sign of all to dismiss. It's commonly mistaken for a senior moment or an early sign of dementia, but there's a key difference. While dementia develops gradually over time, the confusion from a TIA is abrupt and temporary. For a moment, you might suddenly have no idea where you are or what you're doing, even in a familiar setting like your own home. This foggy feeling happens because blood flow to the parts of your brain responsible for thought and memory has been disrupted. Ignoring it raises the risk of a full-blown stroke. Don't second-guess it. A sudden change in your mental state always warrants immediate medical attention.
Now, I'm going to give you 2 specific foods and 1 simple method that can significantly reduce your risk of a stroke. First, let's talk about the 2 foods. They work based on a simple secret, helping your body produce a remarkable molecule called nitric oxide. Think of nitric oxide as a natural relaxant for your blood vessels. It helps them widen, allowing blood to flow more easily, which in turn lowers your blood pressure and helps prevent dangerous blood clots. And the best way to boost your body's nitric oxide production is through foods rich in natural nitrates. The first food, and the undisputed champion in this category, is the beet. This humble, deep red root vegetable is a nitric oxide powerhouse. Studies have shown that just 1 glass of beet juice can significantly improve blood pressure. You can roast them, add them to a salad, or juice them to get this powerful benefit. The second food is an often overlooked superstar, arugula, sometimes known as rocket. This peppery leafy green packs an incredible nitrate punch. Adding a handful of arugula to your daily meals doesn't just add a zesty flavor, it's a powerful move to protect your cardiovascular health, keeping those blood vessels leading to your brain open and clear. Before we get to the method that can dramatically lower your stroke risk, if you're finding this information helpful, please take a moment to subscribe to the channel. Now, for the method. The biggest enemy of stroke isn't always cholesterol. Sometimes it's cortisol. We often think of stress as just a feeling, like worry or pressure. But to your body, it's a very real chemical reaction. When you're under chronic stress, your body constantly releases a hormone called cortisol. This is an ancient survival mechanism designed to help us deal with immediate physical danger. But in today's world, the threats aren't saber-toothed tigers, they're worries about money, family, and health. Our bodies can't tell the difference and still react by pumping out cortisol nonstop. This constant stream of cortisol can quietly wreak havoc. It can raise your blood pressure by constricting your blood vessels and making your heart beat faster. It also contributes to inflammation throughout the body and can directly damage the delicate lining of your arteries, making it easier for plaque to build up. You can't eliminate stress from your life entirely, but you can learn to manage your body's reaction to it.
Let's start with a simple tool you carry with you everywhere, your breath. When you feel stress rising, try pausing to practice the 4-7-8 breathing technique. Inhale quietly through your nose for a count of 4,
Hold your breath for a count of 7, and then exhale slowly through your mouth for a count of 8. Repeating this just a few times helps activate your body's natural relaxation response, slowing your heart rate and lowering your blood pressure almost instantly. Even setting aside just 5 minutes a day to sit quietly and focus on your breathing can make a huge difference in managing your stress response. Another key is improving the quality of your sleep. While you sleep, your brain gets the chance to clear out the waste that builds up during the day. Your blood pressure and heart rate also naturally drop, giving your heart and blood vessels a much-needed rest. Sleep also helps to balance crucial hormones, including those that control your appetite and stress levels. When you don't get enough quality sleep, you're missing out on this critical repair time. Inflammation can rise, blood pressure tends to stay higher, and your body's ability to bounce back is weakened. Prioritizing sleep isn't a luxury or a sign of laziness. It's an essential part of your health maintenance. To get better sleep, try creating a relaxing bedtime routine. Turn off screens like the TV, computer, and phone at least an hour before you plan to go to sleep. Keep your bedroom dark, cool, and quiet. Try to go to bed and wake up at the same time every day, even on weekends. Don't go anywhere just yet. I want to share with you the 3 solid pillars that have helped so many people successfully prevent a stroke. Pillar number 1, become your doctor's partner. Your visit to the doctor shouldn't be a passive appointment. It should be a strategic dialogue. The next time you see your doctor, go in prepared to be a true partner in your own healthcare. Ask direct questions like, "Doctor, based on my risk factors, what is my personal risk of a stroke?" Or, "Should we consider a carotid artery ultrasound to check for plaque?" If you have atrial fibrillation, AFib, ask, "Is my current treatment plan the absolute best option to reduce my risk of blood clots?" An open, proactive conversation turns your doctor into your most important ally.
Pillar number 3, lifestyle as medicine. This is where you have the most control. Making lifestyle changes doesn't require extreme measures. Instead of thinking about exercise, think about finding joy in movement. That could be a brisk walk in the park each morning, gardening in the afternoon, or joining a gentle yoga class. Every step you take contributes to better circulation and heart health. Similarly, instead of dieting, think about nourishing your body with smart foods. Go back to those nitric oxide powerhouses we talked about, like beets and dark leafy greens. Adding them to your meals isn't just about eating your vegetables, it's a strategic decision to keep your blood vessels flexible and healthy. If you want to know which other foods you should eat to help lower your stroke risk, be sure to watch our other videos. And now for the final pillar, the most effective and also the most challenging one. Pillar number 4, social connection. Perhaps the most powerful, and certainly the most enjoyable pillar, is connection. As we get older, it's natural for our social circles to shrink, but proactively building and nurturing relationships is one of the most effective medicines against the risk of a stroke. The benefits aren't just emotional. Science has shown that loneliness and isolation can increase stress levels, leading the body to release hormones like cortisol, which raises blood pressure and causes inflammation. On the other hand, positive social interactions have a powerful biochemical effect. A deep conversation with a close friend, a good laugh around the dinner table with family, or the feeling of belonging to a group, all of these help release feel-good chemicals in the brain that reduce stress and protect your cardiovascular system. A hearty laugh isn't just joyful, it's therapy for your blood vessels.
So how do you build this pillar? Think about what brings you joy and find ways to share it with others. This could be joining a club or a group. Consider a book club, a gardening group, or a local walking club. Having a regular, scheduled activity gives you something to look forward to. Taking a class. Have you ever wanted to learn to paint, dance, or speak a new language?
Community centers often have a wide range of classes for seniors. It's a fantastic way to meet people who share your interests. Volunteering. Sharing your experience and your time for a cause you believe in provides a deep sense of purpose and connection. When you actively engage with others, you are building a life that is more joyful, happy, and purposeful. And there's a wonderful side effect. When you are regularly around people who care about you, they become a natural safety net. They might be the first ones to notice if, one day, you just don't seem like yourself. This is about you actively creating a life that is happier, healthier, and more resilient. A life where joy and health go hand in hand. Be sure to watch our other videos about the early warning signs of a stroke and how to prevent them, right here on our channel.